Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a shirt that cost $40. Anyway, um, I'm going to the dentist later today. Gonna get my teeth cleaned. I wonder when the dentist cleans your teeth. Like, I wonder if he or she can tell that the plaque they're scraping off is like meth residue. You know, you ever think about that? Like like when people like drink wine, like lots of wine, they usually have like red teeth, or if people smoke a lot of cigarettes or coffee, they have like yellow teeth. So did you ever think about that? I guess that's just me. I don't know. But anyway, I saw or heard a news story. And I don't know how I hear these things, but just in my adventures of going through YouTube. Anyway, the names aren't important, okay? But there was this female correctional officer, I believe in Alabama, okay? Female correctional officer. I don't know which she did, but she worked in the men's prison, and she fell in love with a inmate who who was like like I believe he was waiting, like he was waiting for his trial to start, like for murder, and but he was already in jail for something else though. Imagine being in jail, but then at the same time you're waiting for a trial on something that's even worse. But anyway, I forgot what he was in jail for. Okay, but once again, it doesn't matter. The guy's like like a bad guy. Okay. And so anyway, for some reason, the woman, she's like, I believe she's like 52 or whatever. He's like 38. The woman like sells her house, and then like the next day, this is all planned out, but like she sold her house to get a bunch of cash, and then she says that she has to take him to the court to get a mental evaluation. So they let her take him out of jail, and so she gets into a patrol car and speeds off with him. Anyway, of course, that was the excuse to help them escape, and she does the whole thing, like has a new set of clothes for him, like she gets a wig, so I guess no one's gonna know who she is because she's wearing a wig now. Anyway, she takes him to a motel. Oh yeah, yeah. She stops at a sex shop, so I wonder what she bought. But anyway, so they had a motel and like whatever they hang out. So I guess they're using all the stuff they bought from the sex shop. Anyway, they were on the run for a couple of weeks. Okay, and like they finally get caught. They get caught coming out of a motel room, and so like a chase. The police like do a high speed chase after they catch them coming out of the motel room. Now, what I don't understand is how come they didn't like bum rush them when they were coming out of the motel room. I wonder why they waited for them to get into their car. I don't know. I just think it'd be easier to well, I'm not a cop. I'm just saying, if I was after two people and I knew they were in a motel room, no, I know you have to worry about shootouts and all that stuff, but I think it'd be easier to get them while they're in the parking lot, either getting out of the car. I mean, like either leaving the motel room as they're getting to the car, or just in the parking lot. Like, why would you wait for them to drive? Whatever. I don't understand procedure. Anyway, and, there's a high speed chase, whatever, and then they ram them off the road, and so the car flips over, lands in a ditch. And as they're doing the high speed chase, the woman calls 911. I don't know why. but she calls 911. But she doesn't actually talk to the. She doesn't talk to the operator, but she calls 911 so you can hear everything. Anyway, after the car gets flipped over and the airbags go off, she grabs her gun and you would think she's gonna have a shootout with the cops, but no, she like blows her brains out, which I just find really funny. And what like the cops drag the guy out the car, and he's like 6'9". So in the video, it's funny because he was like he's literally twice as tall as everyone. But anyway, uh, you could hear the guy going, "Make sure my wife is okay." Like, bro, you're right next to her when she blew her brains out. Anyway, so the cops are trying to get the woman out the car, and they're like, "She has a gun." And I'm thinking to myself, well, I think this is one of those situations where it's okay. But anyway, like, they grab the gun. The woman's blew her brains out, so it's like, whatever. They grab the gun, they drag her out the car. She died, obviously. But after seeing all that, it made me think, wow, that guy can get a girlfriend and you can't? I don't mean me. I just mean like the countless guys who are like simping on the internet, you know, paying OnlyFans chicks, 25 bucks a month to see pictures of them that they could see on the internet for free, or like all these people who go on Twitch and watch like a hot tub streamer or like an ASMR girl and pay her whatever, like like a tier 3 sub or whatever, I don't know, like tier 1 sub, just donating like half their paycheck. Like I've seen people talk to Twitch streamers and go like, I gave you all my money. Like I've seen posts on the internet of guys going like, I give so and so 1,000 bucks a month. Like I don't have any money left to buy food. Like that guy, those guys can't get girlfriends. But then there's a guy doing hard time for like assault, I think, and then he's on trial, and then he's waiting for another trial for a murder, and that guy can somehow get a girl so into him, she'll like sell her house to have cash, break him out of jail, like like go on the run with him, you know, have a high speed chase with the cops, and then like because things aren't gonna work out, she blows her brains out. Like it just the dedication, like how does this guy find a ride or die like that? Like that's a ride or die. But then this regular old guy with like a 9 to 5 job, probably goes to church, friends with, on good terms with his family, productive member of society, can't get a text, you know? It's just funny. It's I don't know. I mean, remember, like even Hitler had a girlfriend. You don't though. Why? How come you? Women will date scum. Women will date the bottom of the barrel, okay? And then like complain about the guy to all their friends, and then talk to like 20 other guys online or in person that would that would treat them like a princess, but they're not attracted to that guy. They want the guy that treats them like shit. They want the guy that's wanted for murder. It just blows my mind. Like I used to work with a girl. I used to work at this dog place called Urban Dog, and there was this girl that worked there. Her name was Lisette. Doesn't matter. You're never gonna find this person. Anyway, her name was Lisette. Um, Now she was married with 2 kids. Okay. Um, and now on a scale of 1 to 10, like rating her, I mean, if I'm gonna rate her just physically, like appearance wise, She was a 10. Like, appearance wise, yeah. She had all the right parts. You know, if you're a man of culture, you would really like her. And if you don't know what a man of culture means, then you're not a man of culture. But if you're a man of culture, Lisette, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, so supposedly this happily married woman, she would just talk to me about random stuff. And one day, she's telling me about, and I'm not exaggerating. She's like, yeah, I spent the night with, I can't pronounce his name, but just this guy who got out of prison, and we spent the night in a motel. And I gotta be honest, the sex wasn't that good. Like, you'd think the sex would have been better. And I'm like, well, you're married, meeting up with dudes who just got out of prison. Now, to make a long story short, her hobby, one of her hobbies was being a pen pal to men in prison, and then when they get out, she gets them a motel room and sleeps with them. Can you believe that? This was the married woman's hobby, to become pen pals with prison inmates and then sleep with them when they get out. I I think I hit on her, and she's like, she like looked at me like I was the most disgusting thing on the planet. I remember I got her. It was Valentine's Day. I just got her a box of chocolates. She's like, "What are you doing?" But she'll fuck a guy that just got out of jail even though she's married. Like, once again, like, women make no sense. They just make. I can't believe that chick blew her brains out. Like, that chick sold her house. That chick, like, uprooted her life for a guy wanted for murder. Now, I mean, the guy's a Chad. He's a good-looking guy, 6'9". Yeah, the only thing wrong with him is, like, he kills people. But that's neither here nor there. I love stories like that. I love stories like that because that's the reason why OnlyFans exist. See, it makes sense. That woman could have, she had options, okay? She could have been with any guy. Now, when I mean any guy, average, I'm talking like average Joe, like guy with no prison record, guy who's not gonna be on trial for murder, in jail for assault, like, not, like, I'm sorry, not have a regular 9 to 5 job, have a, regular living situation instead of a jail cell, whether it be apartment or house, whatever. You know, a guy with a decent future, because any future's, well, good compared to, like, life in jail. Probably has a network of friends, good family. But no, you're picking the guy who lives in a jail cell, who's gonna spend the next 25 years to life there. You're picking that guy to, invest in. Women make no sense. And this isn't the first time I've heard a story like this. It's the first time I heard a story like this where the woman, like, blew her brains out. But I mean, this is ridiculous. And I guess you could say she was mentally unstable. She did blow her brains out. I think it's a little unstable. Just a little bit, a little bit. Probably not the best decision maker. And I bet you this woman, I'm not kidding, I bet you this woman had, okay, of course she had social media. So I bet you this woman had a Facebook. I bet you this woman had an Instagram, okay? She's probably taking selfies in the cafeteria of Cell Block D, whatever, okay? I bet you in her DMs, there's, like, so many guys going, "You're my queen. Oh, I would love to go out with you. Like, you want to go out? You want to hang out?" And, like, you know what all those th- you know what all those guys had in common? They actually really liked her. They weren't in jail. They probably all had jobs, all had a place to live, all had a car, all had families, all had a circle of friends, and would have all treated her like a princess, and would have all probably improved her life, or at least her life would have stayed the same. But no, but no, she decides her best choice is to break a murderer out of jail, go on the run with him for 2 weeks, and then blow her brains out. That's the life choice she picked. The complete opposite of what a sane person would have done. The complete opposite. I mean, I listen, like all you guys right now who are paying some chick 15.99 on OnlyFans to like watch or look at pictures of her that you can get on the internet for free. Stop it. Just 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 stop it. You need to forget about women. You need to realize that women are insane. Remember, men are logical creatures. Like, I cannot picture a man who works in a female correctional facility breaking a woman that's wanted for murder out of jail, going on the run with her for 2 weeks, and then like what if he gets caught, blow her brains out. You know what that guy would do instead? I mean, if he's in that situation, he would just go to a professional and pay for sex. I just can't picture a man. Yeah, he might find someone attractive, but are you really gonna break someone out of jail? It's like you always get caught. Dude, they you never get away with breaking out of jail. I mean, this isn't Alcatraz. I mean, like this isn't the '60s or the '50s. They catch you when you get, and breaking out of jail is hard. The these days. I mean, did you see that Stallone movie? I mean, come on. It just makes no sense. Well, I mean, this is just one more reason to just leave women alone. Just leave chicks alone, guys. Just focus on your hobbies. Focus on your grind. You know, just better yourself. That woman overlooked dozens of guys because every woman I know, or I'm sorry, every woman I have known has several guys who are who are interested in her. Every woman I've ever known, and I've known a lot of women, and they've all looked different. I'm talking women who are 5 feet tall, women who are 6'1", women who are fat, women who are skinny, women who are in shape, women who are neat, women who are sloppy, women who are pretty, women who are ugly. I've known all types of women, and they've all had one thing in common. They've all had several dudes who were interested in them. Several. And they always had, not all of them, but most of them had the same issue. They were they were with someone, and the only thing they did was complain about that person. He doesn't treat me right, or he drinks too much, or he has a drug problem, or he cheated on me, or blah blah, or blah, blah. Just on and on and on. All these women had the same thing in common. 20 guys were interested in them, and they picked the one that treats them like shit, and they just complain about it, and they're miserable. Just leave women alone. Like if you're actually a good person, a, if you're a good guy, you should just leave women alone. If you're a decent human being, you should just go your own way. Cause like women ain't worth it. How many more examples do you have to see of women just making shit life decisions? You know, think about it, guys. Anyway, I said enough. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, guys. Peace.